Look at her, that's Mina. Heijin grabbed Suri's wrist and pointed across the crowded sidewalk. There, kneeling beside a basket of cheap vegetables, Mina bowed repeatedly to strangers rushing past. Fresh spinach! Very cheap! Please take some! She begged, her voice cracking. A woman kicked the basket away in annoyance. Tomatoes rolled everywhere. Mina jumped up, chasing after them, wiping each one with her sleeve like they were gold. Suri stared in disbelief. She works in a billionaire's mansion. Why is she acting like a street beggar? Heijin's eyes narrowed. She pulled out her phone. Forget why. We'll show the boss. They took a photo of her. Mina lifted her head, shocked by the sound. She spotted them. Her face turned pale. She hid the basket behind her legs like a child caught stealing. Please, don't tell anyone. I'm only doing this in my free time, she said, trembling. Suri scoffed. Free time? You earn more than us. Mina shook her head, clutching her basket tighter. I'm not begging for myself. For who then? Heijin mocked. Before Mina could answer, a stranger barked, Move! Don't block the road! She stumbled forward and her secret remained on the street. Mr. Kang's office door slammed open. Heijin and Suri bowed quickly, pretending to be concerned. Sir, we didn't know if we should report this, but we thought it might damage your reputation, Heijin said, forcing a sad tone. She slid her phone across his table. On the screen, Mina, kneeling on the street, selling vegetables like a beggar. Mr. Kang picked up the phone. His jaw tightened. Is this real? Yes, sir, Suri replied. She does it during her free hours. People think your maid is poor, dirty, and desperate. They gasped dramatically, as if the scandal shattered their own dignity. Mr. Kang zoomed in on Mina's face in the photo. Her eyes were red, exhausted, but not helpless, more determined than ashamed. He didn't react with anger, no shouting, just silence. Heijin grew confused. Should we fire her, sir? He looked up slowly. No, keep working. Say nothing. To anyone. The maids bowed and left, whispering that the boss must be planning something huge. Meanwhile, Mina stepped into the mansion's back door, hiding her dirty clothes under her coat. She didn't know a photo had already reached the top floor, and Mr. Kang was now watching her quietly. Mina rushed into the servants' bathroom, locking the door before anyone could see her. She quickly emptied her pockets. Folded bills, coins, and a nearly ripped envelope spilled into the sink. She counted fast. 24,000. Still not enough. Her hands shook. She pulled out a small notebook from her apron. Names, dates, and amounts were scribbled everywhere. At the top of the page, debt for mother's surgery. Footsteps approached. Mina hid the money inside her shoe. A knock. Mina? The boss wants tea upstairs. Suri's voice echoed mockingly. I'm coming, Mina replied, forcing calm. She washed her hands hard, scrubbing off the muddy street scent. She didn't care about embarrassment. She needed money fast. Mina grabbed her small pink bag from the locker and kissed it lightly before hiding it back. Inside it was a hospital ID card with her mother's photo. Before leaving the bathroom, she whispered to herself, Just 2 more weeks. Hold on, Mom. She stepped into the hallway, smiling as if nothing mattered. But upstairs, Mr. Kang spoke into his phone quietly. Find out where Mina goes after work. Do not approach her. Just watch. He wasn't angry. He was curious. Mina slipped out of the mansion after her shift ended at 8 p.m. She looked around carefully, making sure no one followed. Then she hurried toward the subway, clutching her pink bag close. Across the street, a black car engine hummed. Inside was Mr. Kang's assistant, Jin Woo. He watched her through tinted glass. There she goes, he whispered, updating Mr. Kang by earpiece. Mina boarded a crowded train, standing with her basket covered by a cloth. She kept her eyes down, hiding her uniform under an old sweater. At the next stop, she jumped off and rushed through back alleys, stopping at a tiny, run-down vegetable market. She bought damaged vegetables, the ones vendors usually throw away, and bowed deeply for cheaper prices. Half price. Please, sir. I'll take all the spoiled ones. Jinwoo recorded everything, confused. Why would a maid of a billionaire beg to buy trash vegetables? Mina then headed toward a hospital district, but suddenly a man in a leather jacket blocked her at the gate. "Where's the rest of the money?" he demanded. Mina froze. "Please, I just need a little more time." The man grabbed her wrist hard. "Time is over, girl." From the car, Jinwoo clenched his fists. The man yanked Mina closer, his grip digging into her skin. "You promised last week," he growled. Mina winced but kept her voice low, desperate not to draw attention from the hospital guards. "I'm begging you, sir. Please. My mother's treatment stops if I don't pay in full. I just need—" "I don't care about your mother," he shouted. Jinwoo stepped out of the car instinctively, but Mr. Kang's voice stopped him through the earpiece. "Don't interfere. Just watch." Mina dug into her wallet and handed him the worn envelope. "This is all I earned today." He counted the crumpled bills and threw the envelope back at her face. "This can't even pay for medicine. You're wasting my time. Next week, if you don't have 400,000, I'll take something else." He tapped her cheek mockingly. "Pretty fingers. Nice hair. There are other ways to pay debts." Mina's eyes glossed with tears. She bowed deeply on the ground. "I'll pay, but please don't threaten me. I'll find the money, I swear." "Better," the man spat, turning away. Mina wiped her face, pushed past the hospital doors, and continued inside, broken but unshaken. From across the road, Jinwoo whispered, shocked. "She's selling vegetables to save her mother." The next morning, Mina entered the dining hall with tea, trying to hide the bruise on her wrist with her sleeve. She breathed slowly, praying no one would notice. She placed Mr. Kang's cup gently beside him. "Thank you," he said. Mina froze. He never thanked the staff directly. She bowed awkwardly. "You're welcome, sir." He looked at her wrist. "Is your arm injured?" Her eyes widened. She hid her hand behind her apron. "No, sir. Just bumped into something." He nodded slowly, watching her lie. "Mina, I have a question." Her heart pounded. "Do the employees here get paid enough?" he asked calmly. Mina blinked. She wasn't expecting that. "Yes, sir." "Very well. You treat us kindly," she answered quickly, hoping to escape. Mr. Kang leaned back. "Then why do you spend your free time working outside?" A drop of sweat spilled from Mina's hand. Her body turned stiff. She looked down. "I just want extra savings for the future." He studied her face for a long moment, then spoke softly. "Mina, if you ever need help, speak to me. Don't hide." Her lips trembled, but she forced a smile. "Thank you, sir. I don't need anything." She bowed and escaped, breath shaking. Outside the door, Hae-jin smirked and whispered to herself, "Liar." Hae-jin ran off immediately and went to Suri. They both waited near the laundry room, whispering and smirking. "Did you see the boss talking to her?" Suri hissed. "She's hiding something." Hae-jin pulled out her phone. "If we make this worse, he'll have no choice but to fire her. Let's start small." Later that day, Mina carried a tray of silverware into the kitchen. She hummed softly, careful not to spill. Suddenly, Hae-jin bumped her shoulder deliberately. Plates teetered. One crashed to the floor with a loud smash. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," Mina gasped, scrambling to pick up the pieces. Hae-jin whispered to Suri, "Perfect. Let's leave the sugar spilled too. She'll be late for dinner prep." Mina worked faster, wiping up every drop, but the maids had already hidden some utensils she needed. When she ran to the pantry, she found all her labeled ingredients switched. Time ticked away, and dinner service approached. Her heart raced. Sweat trickled down her back. She couldn't make a mistake now, or everyone would notice her begging secret. Mr. Kang peeked into the kitchen quietly. His eyes narrowed. Something wasn't right. He didn't need to ask. He already suspected someone was trying to sabotage Mina, and he wanted to see who. Dinner service started. Mina moved like clockwork, balancing trays, plating dishes, and keeping her head down. Every eye in the kitchen was on her, but she focused on the tasks alone. Heijin and Suri exchanged smug looks. "Let's see if she cracks under pressure," Suri whispered, slipping a wet cloth under Mina's foot. Mina didn't notice immediately. She reached for the next tray, slipped slightly, and barely caught it. Her heart pounded. A dropped tray now would ruin everything. Mr. Kang, standing quietly near the back, observed, his expression unreadable. He didn't intervene. "Keep going," he murmured under his breath, almost to himself. Mina adjusted her stance, wiping sweat from her brow. The maids tried every trick, switching plates and spilling sauce, but she stayed precise, her mind only on finishing perfectly. Finally, service ended. Mina exhaled, leaning against the counter, trembling. Mr. Kang stepped forward. The room fell silent. "Mina," he said calmly, his voice cutting through the tension. She straightened instantly. "Yes, sir?" He smiled faintly, almost approvingly. "You worked under sabotage and pressure today, yet you never faltered. That takes courage." Heijin and Suri froze. Their whispers died instantly. For the first time, Mina felt like her secret effort wasn't invisible. After the discussion with Mr. Kang, Mina retreated to the servants' quarters, exhausted but proud. She unpacked her small bag, pulling out the envelope with today's earnings. Coins clinked softly as she counted them, whispering, "Just a little closer, Mom. We'll manage." Unbeknownst to her, Mr. Kang had silently followed her after the discussion with her. He crouched behind the doorway, observing her quietly. Her careful movements, the hidden money, the tired determination, it all made him pause. Heijin and Suri, still in the kitchen shocked, gossiped quietly, unaware the boss had left. "She thinks she's clever," Heijin muttered. "Soon everyone will know she's a dirty beggar." But Mr. Kang didn't leave. Instead, he called Jinwoo. "Follow her tomorrow. Let's understand her motive before confronting her." The next morning, Mina packed her bag carefully and left, unaware of the watchful eyes. She continued her secret route to the market, hid her earnings carefully, and delivered the money to the hospital for her mother's treatment. By the time she returned back to the mansion, Mr. Kang had made a quiet decision. He wouldn't confront her yet. He would understand her fully before revealing he knew. Heijin and Suri's smugness faded, sensing something unusual in the air. A storm was coming, but they didn't yet that they were the first targets. Mr. Kang called her quietly into his office. Mina bowed nervously. "Sir?" He smiled gently. "Mina, I know everything. The begging, the sacrifices, the risks you take for your mother." Her eyes widened. I didn't want anyone to know, sir. I was ashamed." "You were brave, not foolish," he corrected. "And I won't let you risk yourself again. From today, the hospital bills are covered. You don't need to go to the streets anymore." Tears streamed down Mina's face. I don't know how to thank you, sir." "Just continue being yourself," he said softly. "Hardworking, caring, and brave." Heijin and Suri watched from the hallway, mouths open, realizing their jealousy had failed. Mina returned to the kitchen, her heart light. For the first time, she felt safe, respected, and appreciated not just by her boss, but by the world she had fought so hard to protect. And that night, she went to the hospital and hugged her mother tightly, finally free of fear and worry. The moral lesson of this story is that courage, honesty, and selfless love are always noticed, even when no one seems to see.